Hello and welcome back to FlowState. How is everybody doing? Today, we're on the north coast of Tenerife along the Atlantic Ocean. A nice easy walk. Yesterday, trained legs, so I'm sore as a motherfucker. Can't handle going uphill or downhill very much for that matter. So, took a little drive, about 15 minutes from the house, north, and I'm gonna walk along the ocean, try not to get stabbed by these super pointy cactus here. These are actually blooming right now. You can see the fruit, prickly pear cactus, and it's absolutely delicious. Full of amazing nutrients and vitamins, kind of a red, intense pigment, so you can get all over your... Actually, you know what? I'm going to just go this way. I believe this is an area where they have paragliders come in and land. You can see just come in here, show you this epic view. We walked up these mountains a couple weeks ago. Love it. Absolutely amazing here. I'm so grateful for this island, the volcanoes, the topography, the people. It just fills me with such pleasure that I can then carry forward in my daily life. It was intentional. We came here through deliberate action. We were stuck for a while in Texas before taking a risk in life and buying one-way plane tickets that set us off on an incredible journey for which we reap the benefits of every day. And today I would like to talk about energy, presence, intention, how everything compounds on one another, how different areas of our life affect the levels that we're interacting with, and tying it all together so that you can think about things differently, have insights into your world, your universe, how to keep momentum, and how to leverage an introspective mind when things are undulating and we're in a kind of valley of change. So, if you've been watching, dropping in for a while, you know that vitality is the foundation for everything that we do. Vitality is the origin of all actions, your ability to have peace of mind, have clarity, have the capacity to build in relationships, in your professional life, in your pursuit of excellence in everyday actions. Without it, it becomes an uphill battle that is so, let's say, depleting on every level that it restricts your ability to have clear thinking. And because of that, there's a natural derailment that happens in being able to take action, which so often is the cure to our current state. Vitality is not just about crushing a PR at the gym, if that's what you're into. Vitality is having an understanding about your own physiology, your state of mind as it relates to how you recover with intention, how you recharge your body through intentional activities that stimulate you but also unwind you and recharge you, different from physical exertion. These things are so important, which is why I'm speaking slowly. And I'm gonna take a moment just to appreciate this. Wow, fuck, man. I love the depth. Let's go here for a moment. Use this as a great opportunity to take our photograph as we do on every episode. Vitality. Let's keep that top of mind for everything that we're discussing today, because it is the grounding force that allows us to do everything that we want to do, everything that we want to accomplish. I'm going to take a picture now. Vitality. Vitality, vitality, vitality. Energy, your power. Tapping into that with intention, understanding nutrition, recovery, physical exertion. You create your own energy. Without it, you don't have the bandwidth to fully embrace and attack life head on with a conscious and present mind. If you've been following along, you know how focused I am on the idea of presence. It really is everything that we have. It's not about living in any other state. It's not to say that we don't analyze and get clear on the past or have plans for the future, but we allocate our time in the present moment to being able to leverage those things, not living into them. There's a big difference, as we have discussed in previous episodes, about the concept of living perpetually in the future state while not actually being present in the now, and how disjointing that is, how so many of us are trapped in an environment in which we're looking for a mechanism to escape, and so we're avoiding what is in front of us to live in a fantasy in the future. That's not living. That's self-entrapment. So energy, you need energy to be able to stimulate your body, to create it. You are your power plant. And to leverage that every day in some form or another is vital to being able to grow sustainably over time. It's not about having big moments and then dropping out into a different state and feeling discouraged, feeling like you've reached a plateau, or that, in other words, are stuck in some way. It's about having energy in a way that fuels your life through a series of processes and systems that continuously gives back to the effort that you put in. There are very few days a year that I find myself struggling to go to the gym or go on a walk or do something intentional that invigorates my body, because I know, having done this for a while, that it is ingrained into my thinking of, do I need more energy? It's like having a gas tank and riding it like almost to empty all the time and only just putting in a little gas every once in a while. That's not serving your interests. You want a reserve of fuel. You want to feel well rested in the morning when you wake up. You want to feel like you don't need to leverage that caffeine first thing in the morning. Caffeine is great. I love caffeine. I drink coffee every day. I take endogenous dehydrated caffeine. Not every day, but like today I did. And so I don't do it first thing in the morning because I don't feel like I need it. I'm still waking up, but I'm energized because I prioritized my recovery the night before to be able to recharge my body and to then take action, deliberate action in the present the following day. And so we find ourselves emotionally and physically depleted because we're not tapping in to our life force as much as we should be. Moving our body intentionally is the catalyst to increase the amount of energy that you have. Yes, it requires energy to create energy. You will deplete your energy stores while you're engaged in an activity that is only going to be paying it forward. This is so important because it's about developing a resilient, anti-fragile mindset to a subset of feelings that may not be connected to our rational mind, because we always are reverting back to comfort as humans. We like things that are easy. Our brains have gotten used to the lack of struggle in our modern life. And I think that because of this natural pattern, we have lost sight of some key things over time that have been the greatest attributes to our existence, which is struggle. Now, there's a varying degree of what that means for different folks, and I'm going to keep things really specific and focused. And there is a struggle that exists that is generational struggle. There are the individual segments of that, the struggle that exists within all of our daily lives. And then there's intentional, selective struggle that we engage in to make us stronger and more resilient. That's the struggle that I'm referring to. The intention behind the action that yields the results. Going and engaging in strenuous activity that is depleting yet nourishing at the same time to put forward more energy for you to accomplish what you want to accomplish in life. To have the hard conversations with people that you know need to happen, and by not having them, you've been flooding your body with a certain toxicity that is detrimental to your well-being, at the same time leveraging procrastination within you, which is only exacerbating the delay, and taking action to resolve whatever challenge you're facing is the gift that will alleviate that stress, that state of mind, that being full of anxiety taking action with intention, fueled by energy, is the thing to focus on every day. It's the thing that keeps you moving forward, that keeps growth in your crosshairs, in a perpetual sense of, I see the finish line, but I never quite want to get there. To stay hungry in our attitude towards life, to keep curiosity at a high level so that we can attack and intentionally put ourselves in challenging situations that will really stimulate our brain, our nervous system in the right way, to tax our physiology so that it can heal and get stronger. There's nothing that you can do to attack life that is as powerful as getting vitality right. And remember, vitality isn't just movement, it's nutrition, it's recovery, the nuances in all of that. We go through various stages of flow in life, meaning you're feeling motivated, you feel like you're in alignment, you feel strong, everything is going well. But then something derails you. Something unexpected happens. And you get discouraged. And when you get discouraged, you start second guessing yourself. You start questioning the validity of the work that you're doing. Your brain starts doing what your brain does. And instead of relying on a predetermined system to lock you in to your actions, your grounding work, your energy, that is the moment when things start to unravel. And it happens to everybody because we just ebb and flow as humans all the time. It's constantly pushing us, pulling us. We're spinning. And our emotional state is just a byproduct of our own universe, the perception of our mind linking up with our environment, our perspectives on all of the inputs that are happening at a constant stream, whether it's amplifying nervousness because we're not fully present, we're not grounded, we're not making intentional actions our primary focus every day. It's simply more and more reactive behavior. Getting away from reactive behavior and intentional behavior, getting away from reactive behavior and leaning into intentional behavior is the practice of growth. One of the practice attributes is simply shifting focus and then having an understanding of, well, why did I do those things? Or how did I feel that way about something that doesn't ultimately matter? What is the underlying root cause of that reaction. It's not a response, because a response requires you thinking about it and having intention about it. A reaction is involuntary. A response is premeditated. It's a very powerful distinction, very powerful shift, because being present in alignment with your actions is a superpower. It means you will be less susceptible to distraction. It's unbelievable how distracted we are as a society. But at the same time, of course it's believable, because most adults have smartphones or computers in their pockets and are constantly reaching for them, subconsciously. Right? You're consistently reaching for that device subconsciously. You're standing in line, you have nothing to do. It's like a reflex to grab your phone and open it for something. Whether it's entertainment, work-related, whatever. I mean, messaging aside. Do you ever do that? Check your phone like 5 times within just a few minutes? Checking to see if you have new messages, waiting for something next to happen, as opposed to just chilling the fuck out and being present within yourself? I would have to say probably yes. It's a very relatable thing. I've done it many times. But here's the thing. If you're aware that you're doing it in that moment, that's presence. And then what actions do you take after you realizing what you have done is growth. It's uncomfortable to put the phone away right away when you know that there's no reason for you to use that device simply as a means of pulling yourself out of the present moment for 5 seconds. It's not like you're on an 18-hour flight from New York to Hong Kong and you just got bored at hour 12 because you haven't done anything other than sit there. I'm talking about those micro actions that people are engaged in every single fucking day, waiting in line at a store, at the checkout. I mean, be really honest with yourself. Reflect on this. It's your nervous system freaking the fuck out because it's so adapted to input and stimulus constantly. I'm 42 years old. I remember being bored, so fucking bored when I was young. In the car, on planes because there was no entertainment systems, this, that, and the other thing. And we have lost so much of this need just to sit with ourselves and our body and our mind. It's been overrun with stimulus, and it has successfully corrupted our bodies and minds to be consistently hunting things that are not serving our interests. And it's one thing to be feeling depleted, right? This is why vitality is so important. You're feeling depleted, And you become more susceptible to numbing out, to leveraging the thing that's in your pocket. And it's so easy just to pull it out and go on any one of the apps, the unlimited number of apps that we all have, and just fucking, even if it's just a look at the phone for no reason other than to break us out of presence and to get potentially distracted and derailed for a certain amount of time that is probably not serving your interest. And I have this issue every once in a while where I'll have a video that I'm posting, I'll open the app, and then I get immediately transfixed by something that is interesting to me, but is also at the same time distracting my intention to what it is that I'm looking to do. So there are systems and tools that we can leverage to avoid this pattern of behavior repeating. For example, using a third-party application to upload content so that we don't succumb to the feed right away or ever. And having intention behind our actions to support how we are going to process the intentional distraction that is being served up for us. So I see it as a game with regards to posting on social media. And it's like you accrue. You get fucking points. Accrue. That's the word. You accrue points. Or at least in the game that I've set up. So what I mean by this, here I'll break it down. So today I lost points. This morning when I had a video to post, I have all of my text and captions and everything on a text document, so it's really copy and paste. I've already done all the work. And I opened the app with an intention of just posting. Now, there may be a coupling of intentions, like checking messages and things like that, analytics, but I try to allocate that time really once a month just to see what's happening the previous month. So there's really no reason for me to dip in to any other part of the app other than intentionally doing the thing that I set out to do. Today when I did it, I fucking lost. I was like, ooh, that's a good video right there. As soon as I opened the app, bam, some super insightful shit, and it hooked me, and there was nothing I could do about it. I watched the video, but then something interesting happened. When the video ended, I actually saved it, and in that way I am grateful that this moment happened in the way it did, because it's information that I benefited from knowing. That was not something that I knew, but I was also conscious of this. But it was not with the intention that I had of opening up the application. I had the intention of opening up the application, posting the video, and moving on. Instead, it didn't happen that way. I got distracted by a video, and then I posted the video. But I didn't continue on that loop, and that's the point. How quickly can we reclaim our power? How quickly can we come back to center after we've been derailed? That's the practice. That's the intention. That's the work. Constantly reminding ourselves of the intention behind every action. There's other tools that we can leverage. Time blocking, for one. I am a massive fan of time blocking. Giving yourself enough time to accomplish all of the tasks that you need to do. Instead of having a to-do list, for example, with a bunch of shit on there that you'll never get done, you allocate specific amounts of time to each one of those tasks, and then you try to the best of your ability to accomplish that in that amount of time. Now, this takes a little practice and work to refine over time, but that's why we use our calendar as a living document and as something that we're constantly tweaking and modifying so that we have a clear reflection of how we've invested our time. This is a big fucking deal. This is a radical shift in how to leverage time to effectively slow it down and to give you more of what you have out of your 24 hours. But you need the energy to sustain your objectives in life. You need your energy. You need it to be constantly simmering. Because if you don't have exuberant energy, if you don't have a life force that propels you through the day, devoid of stimulants, and I'm not talking about caffeine here, right? We're removing the idea of motivation as part of the things and the work we do. It's not about motivation. It's not about feeling one way or another about a certain thing. If it's in alignment with our goals, our aligned action, then you're not questioning yourself. You don't need the stars to be aligned. You don't need the sun to be out. You don't need to feel a certain way. You do the fucking thing. You've already planned it. You've already put in the effort and the time. You've created a plan to leverage, so leverage it. Now, taking one step back on this, the plan that you've leveraged needs to be done in a certain way, in a specific way, to be able to ensure that it's in alignment with everything that you want, because it's all about you. It's all about bridging the gap and closing the distance between where you are and where you're looking to go. Speaking of looking where I want to go, all right, turn around. Nice easy walk today. Nice easy walk. Life is a motherfucker. And it's all a matter of perspective, how you perceive your life, your universe. You are the god of your universe. You have everything that you ever could possibly want and need within yourself. It's a matter of perspective. It's a matter of understanding that you have unmet power and potential in everything that you do. And learning how to leverage every moment to be in alignment with where you're looking to go in life is a superpower. It's the thing that separates people from reacting perpetually to a series of events perceived as both neutral, negative, positive, whatever. There's derailments in life. But releasing thoughts and patterns of things that are out of your control, I mean, really releasing them on a cellular level, like I cannot control this. There's nothing that I can do about this. And not just saying dumb shit for things that are really in your control. You know, there are things that happen almost daily that are not in your control. And people have a tendency of dwelling on that. And it exacerbates negative feelings about society and life that are not serving you and not propelling you forward. Remember, growth only starts happening after discomfort. Or I should say, at the threshold of when you become uncomfortable about something. Because if you're comfortable, you're not growing. You're leveraging old patterns and habits that may have served you well in the past, and that past could have been yesterday, could have been the last 6 months, could have been last year, could be the last decade of your life. But we're focused on growth. That's what we do here. So, being in a constant struggle as a choice, as a way of life, is perpetual growth. Right? Being in a constant struggle, intentional struggle, is leveraging a lifestyle of growth. New challenges, new obstacles, new ways of thinking. Having the courage to enact change by doing the uncomfortable thing. That's our focus as a lifestyle choice. The difference between true enjoyment of life, having the discipline to propel ourselves forward because it brings us closer every moment of every day to realizing our potential. Feeling strong, feeling rested, doing things with intention brings us closer every day to our potential. Having aspirations that are unreasonable, putting ourselves out there in ways that are uncomfortable, and being in practice of consistently and continuously doing this. That's growth. That's power. This is something that takes lifetime plus of work and commitment. This is something that, as a father, I'm looking to instill in my children every day, to be able to challenge them in ways that they can leverage throughout their entire life, and possibly, if they choose to, have children of their own, so that they have the resilience and the anti-fragility to create, to be in service to the world, to support other people, to support themselves in ways that are not reliant on the expectations or emotional state of other people. There are so many people that react and change their state based on other people's demeanor and their emotional state. This is giving up your power. This is not leveraging your unique position in life as something that is serving your interests. You are looking to do your best every single day. And I don't mean like, oh, I'm doing my best. I mean, you are fucking showing up and leveraging the systems to support what that really means to do your best. What does that mean to you? What does that mean to you to do your best? I know what that means to me. Something that I continuously work on every day, looking just for that 1% difference, refining, being introspective, having the courage to say no, having the courage to say yes, using discernment as a catalyst for empowerment. Sticking to a program that serves my interests because of proven levers that are being consistently pulled. And the output of that is further growth in the direction that I'm looking to go. Feeling stuck in life is debilitating because without a support system, it feels like we're climbing up a fucking mountain while people are throwing snowballs at us. And every once in a while we get hit, bam! And it makes us slip and go back more. We train to be anti-fragile here. We train to have a growth mindset. We train hard every day to tap into our vitality to be able to propel us forward. And when we get derailed, which we will, we have a system in place to ensure that we get back on track quickly. We also relax, and we're hardcore about relaxing with intention. It's all about presence, baby. It's about leveraging our incredibly powerful mind and grab hold of the things that are in our power and not succumbing to weakness so that we continuously grow and move forward. I push myself incredibly hard at the gym. I tax my body, and I'm doing it with intention. I have a very specific purpose in mind. I want to feel absolutely wrecked and depleted when I finish my last set of the day. And it takes me a good 2 hours to kind of get my bearings straight after. But you know what? That period of time that I'm suffering, breaking my body down, depleting my reserve of energy, is sending signals to my body to rebuild stronger, to accrue more energy, more resilience, more fire that propels me for the next 2 days with laser focus and precision in my daily output of what I'm looking to do, including allocating time to rest and recovery, relaxing, spending time with my family, my wife, my children, socializing with friends, of course, work and everything else. But having a vision for the week that is fueled by energy, so that instead of going up and down through life, we're in a constant trajectory of going up. Now there's subtle peaks and valleys, but if we adhere to a system that we know works, and then when we deviate from that system, we start slipping and things are not as in alignment as they should be, and we feel it. We don't have those hard conversations. We don't attack situations straight on with poise and clarity and a sense of calm about us. We know what to do. We know exactly what to do. Because we've already mapped out the system. We've already leveraged all the work in building it. And to live into it is the practice. To live into it is the process of being challenged every day with intention to be able to get us one step closer to achieving our aligned goals and being 1% better than we were yesterday, the day before. I speak a lot about lagging indicators. It takes time to rewire our minds, our thinking, how we approach life. It takes time to understand that the things that we're investing in won't show up in the way that we want them to right away. It's like a psychological minefield of shit for a while. New actions take time to develop into habits that then metastasize into rituals that then become aspects of a ceremony that you then live into every day on an automatic basis, not even having to think, because it's just who you are at that point. You identify as someone that does this, this, and this because it fuels you. It distinguishes you in your actions. You're not reliant on other people's feedback or love or emotional state to then fuel you in one way or another. You disassociate from all of those things, including your own fucking ego. If you start thinking, I'm so special, if you start diminishing other people through the process of your own thinking, that's your fucking ego showing its ugly little nasty fucking prick head. You're not special. You only think you are in that moment. And if you still do, you have more internal work that needs to be done to disassociate your actions, your state of being, to your judgmental brain that's creating a caste system within your universe against everything else. You're not special. You are only acting out of discontent and frustration for the things that you would like to see accomplished in your own life, but have yet to do so. Yet. That is the operative word here, yet. You are constantly working towards something. You have yet to accomplish this. You have yet to hit 10K a month in revenue on your side hustle or whatever. The process of disassociating our actions to our thinking brain as it relates to understanding how the ego triggers in all of us this idea of being special or having unique and in many ways potentially quantifiable attributes that further distinguish us from another human. So you may think of examples of people about, their unique skill set. Athletes or business people that have become wildly financially successful. People that appear from the outside to have a lot of ease in their life. They're not special. They're not it's funny because ego is a nasty little fucking creature. It's the thing that fuels discontent. And often people who have the biggest egos are the most miserable people. That they think they're so special, that they think that they're entitled to certain kinds of behaviors, people bowing down to them, whether it's reality or not. Being grounded in your own skin and mind, you are only competing against yourself. You're not competing against other people. Ever. Let that sink in. You do not compete against other people in life. You compete against yourself. In all contexts. And if you disagree, drop it in the comments. Let me know how you compete against other people. You're in the finance industry, you're making trades. You're not competing against other brokers. You're competing on how aggressive your last profit was on your last trade. It's not about Jimmy's fucking books, it's about your shit. How fast did you run that 10K? Doesn't matter how fast Johnny ran it. Who gives a fucking shit about Johnny? It's about how well you did, how much effort you put up. Did you do your analysis correctly? Did you invest the required amount of time in educating yourself to make the right choice, the right action, the right output? Are you studying? Did you get a B instead of an A as a grade. You're not competing against your classmate. Top of the class. It's not a competition of the whole class. It's a competition within yourself. I mean, really think about it. The best is only relative to your capacity to demonstrate that you have mastered something, that you have been proficient over time at doing things that compound on themselves to be able to generate the results that you're after. Giving space, being kind to yourself when things are not going well, showing compassion, being grateful for your own actions and your abilities. This is massive. This is not something that people talk about a lot. Hola. It's so important to be compassionate to yourself. Life is a struggle. Life is a game meant to be played with joy. It's not a state of mind that is designed to cripple us. We're looking to amplify every moment we can and have fun. I mean, what the fuck are we here for if not to have fun? It can't be all like doom and gloom all the time, which I feel like is so prevalent in society and our conversation about culture and war and all this shit. Yes, there's horrible stuff happening all over the place. But for most people, it's not impacting their daily lives. It only is if you choose to allow it to, by participating and reading the insanity that gets delivered to your inbox every morning, all the news apps. I mean, it's truly an insane practice. So you're so well informed. What actions are you taking to enrich the world based on that information? Because if you're not doing that, then it's just entertainment. And if it's entertainment, it's actually flooding your body with all kinds of negative emotions that are not the catalyst for change or growth, but more discontent, more separation, more paralysis of life, and the depletion of enjoyment. So much of what happens every day does not matter in the intrinsic state of things. Pardon me, the extrinsic state of things. Right? It's like, unless the tsunami is coming and heading for you in that moment, what are you going to do about it? And even then, if you live in a city and there's unrest, you're going to know about it. You don't need to be glued to the TV for 4 months before the shit really starts happening. What are you going to do about it? Look, took a little bit of an extreme position there. It's important to have some understanding of what's going on, But it's also important to not allow it to corrupt your identity. Just like politics. The conversation around politics is fucking insane. What are you doing about it? What actions are you taking to create change? If you're just complaining, shut the fuck up. It's not serving your interests. You're not doing anything about it. You're just taking in other people's shit and then regurgitating it as your own later that day and being outraged about some shit that doesn't even impact you. And if it does, then do something about it. Don't just sit there passively. And if you're not going to do anything about it, why bother reading it? Why bother engaging? Why bother even knowing about it? What is the singular purpose of that action? Just to get upset? Just to feed your ego? Just to further disconnect you from reality by living in some contrived universe that was designed to wreak havoc, fucking drive cortisol up through the roof? You have a choice every moment of every day to either succumb or to reclaim and to take power back from the universe within yourself and take action on it. It's not enough just to say something. In fact, saying anything is really baseless without forward movement, without action. You say you want something, well then prove it to yourself, not to anyone else. You say vitality is important to you? Good. Vitality is important to me as well. That's why I train every other day. That's why I have a specific program to support this. My family is important to me. I spend time every day with my family. We've created an intentional environment in which that is possible. It's possible for everyone. Without sacrifice, without choosing to give up things that don't actually fulfill your life or have meaning. Maybe this way. Show up, do the thing you say you're going to do. Make things as simple and as straightforward. That is the most important part. Progress, closing the gap. Don't make things more complicated than they need to. Don't overload your calendar with a bunch of shit just to say that you're busy. Being busy is a form of laziness. It's not having a clear path, an intentional one that you've constructed to be able to live your life in every day. Oh fuck, did I go up the wrong road here? I need to go up. Maybe this way. Can I go up? Can I go up? Yes. Great. Oh man. Oh well. Let's see. This is pretty hairy up here. You can't really see, but all kinds of prickly pear cactus. Okay, so I'm gonna call it. I'm gonna make my way up to that road, try not to get too fucked up. Thank you so much for dropping in today. I really appreciate your presence, your time, your investment in yourself. Read the show notes, the description for the links to the school community. Join, subscribe, share, save, engage. It's all about leveraging a community around your growth at the end of the day. Drop a comment, let me know how I can best serve you. Till next time, see you.